Deuteronomy. It was called the Song of Moses, and it was repeated in the book of Revelation. Children in whom there is no faith. So notice carefully, the person who gave a death sentence in all of those books was Moses. So the law therefore was not for every nation. It was for Israel on their way to Canaan, the promised land. And that is why when we really get into it, you will find out that the apostles never made mention of first fruit, never made mention of tithe, because both tithe and first fruit were part of the law given to Israel as they were going to Canaan. That when you enter the land, the first fruit of the land where you are going, it was not for all nations, it was specific. That's why people that are insincere, men of God that are insincere, when they read, they leave the scenario and they select the only portion that favors what they want, and they do what I call selective reading. They select, then they use it to form a context that contradicts the context. The first fruit and the tithe was given to them for the promised land where they were going. Again, the law was not for all nations. It was for Israel as it pertained their journey to Canaan. If I'm clear, see, I hear you. Please, that's very important. And that's why no apostle made reference to tithe and first fruit. Rather, the apostles were strong on sacrificial giving, generous giving, liberality towards the gospel, liberality towards the man of God, liberality towards the avenues of spreading the gospel. They were very strong on it in the epistles. Nobody made mention of tithe, and if you don't pay your tithe, things will be tight. If you don't pay your tithe, things will be tight. If you don't pay your tithe, devourers will come. No apostle made such mention. There are even men of God who say, if you don't pay your tithe, you will die. No apostle made mention of that. Because in all that we read, the 10 commandments didn't have any cause, no death, no punishment. The only person who spoke laws that had causes and blessings was Moses. And it tells us why he did that in response to the state of their hearts. Look at Romans 2:12. For as many as have sinned without the law shall also perish without law. And as many as have sinned in the law shall be judged by the law. As we continue in teaching, you will see that Joshua and Caleb, none of those laws affected them. None. Joshua and Caleb. As you continue, you will see that Moses did not follow any instruction given by the Levites. He was entering the temple and coming out. He was walking into the Holy of Holies. What? Contrary to all the rules that govern, he was going in and coming out. Nothing happened to him. He knew better. He knew better. He will go to the temple anytime, come out anytime. Meanwhile, the high priest cannot enter the Holy of Holies until once a year after he had had a clean bath and shower and observed rituals. Yet Moses was entering there and coming out. And nothing happened to Moses because they didn't know. Romans chapter 2 verse 13. Look at 13. For not the hearers of the law